Hello, today I'm wearing the Lodo dress by True Bias. I absolutely love it, but I need your help. I sewed the size 22 based on my measurements. I was between a 20 and a 22. And just between us, I put on a little bit of weight. My normal size in True Bias is an 18. And I think I was erring on the side of caution when I sewed up. This is my muslin or my toile, and I went for the larger size. I absolutely love it, but I need a better fit. Let me show you. It is supposed to be loose and oversized, but I think it's just a little too loose. I can pinch out a good deal and still have it not be hugging my figure. The difference between a 20 and a 22 is a ½ inch on the seam allowance. I really do love the neckline. I don't think it'll be too tight if I take it to a 20 through here. I'm kind of happy with this, but I think even if I brought it in a little bit, it would still be fine. And it would look less like a maternity dress. My husband, Charlie, told me when I was striking one of my poses that it looked a little bit like a maternity dress. I was like, I don't care. I love it. But I think the silhouette will be a little more flattering and something I'm more comfortable in if I were to take a little bit out of the width of the dress. I could cut out a size 20 and baste it, and then try it on, and that would tell me if in some areas I want to just do a smaller seam allowance, if I want like a little more room around the bust, and where I might want it to come in. I'm kind of thinking that the 20 is going to be perfect for me. Let me know what you think, and I want to make another one soon. Now, even though this is a little bit oversized on me, I have worn it 4 times, and today is the 5th time that I've worn it, and it has been less than 2 weeks. I have worn it on repeat, washed and worn it, and I love it. I sewed it in this Minerva French terry. I had so much of this. I had to go back into my stash hub to see how much I had purchased. I had purchased 5 meters of this, and I got this dress, the front of a Jackson pullover. I did a pair of Hudson pants for Charlie. I did a pair for my oldest grandson, for my youngest grandson, and a Transformer hoodie by Ellie and Mac. That's a lot of garments to get out of 5 meters. And that just goes to show when you're sewing for little people, you can make a lot out of a small amount of fabric. I did do some careful pattern placement in particular to get the last item out, and this is finally out of my stash. I loved it, obviously. I bought 5 meters and I made a lot with it. I made this dress the day before we were going to be leaving for a retreat because why not? Instead of packing, I made myself a new dress. It was quick and easy, and it was, as I suspected, perfect for riding the bus. The other item I made recently was also for my retreat. I made a journal cover out of this cute tulip pink fabric. It's Tabby Road, and I used the cats for the outer, the little cat food cans on the binding, and then for the inner flaps, and then I just used something for my stash, a purple for the inside. It's so cute, and evidently my 6-year-old self was in charge of fabric choice the week before I went on retreat. We have been so busy here at home that I've not done any sewing other than some minor repairs that are definitely not exciting. I'll tell you what we've been up to in a minute, but I did get some patterns printed. I purchased a couple of patterns during a pattern sale from Deer & Doe. Closet Core had a good sale on, and then Friday Pattern Company came out with a new pattern, and you know I am a Friday Pattern Company super fan. I've had them printed off, and I used tape-free patterns for the first time. 2 of my friends, Michelle from Michelle Sews Again and Erin from Erin Sews, have a discount code for tape-free patterns. I wanted to give them a try because the pricing is really good, similar to patternprinters.com, which I've used recently, and I really enjoyed their quality of their fabric and their printing services. But I wanted to give tape-free patterns a try because they send them in individual envelopes that are labeled, and that could save me a ton of time. I do like getting them folded. Years ago, I used PDF plotting, super quick service, but those big rolls were so unwieldy, and thick printer paper. I am loving getting it on the lighter weight paper. I think it's 18 pound. So let me open this up. This is how it arrives. I got this yesterday, so I figured I would save the opening for being with you. Really cute bag. Let's see what we got. So this is how it comes. This pattern company will print on translucent paper, 18 pound. You can get 20 pound paper. I did have one of the patterns printed on 20 pound paper. They're in envelopes. And I'm guessing this is a sample of their Pellon printing fabric. I was gonna try this, but it wasn't available for printing at the time that I made this order. And speaking of timing, I ordered this Friday a week ago, and it came yesterday, which was Friday. So I get an invoice, which shows everything that I have ordered. It's a packing list and an invoice. I did save a couple of dollars with the discount, so thanks Michelle and Aaron. And let's see. This is how it comes. It's in this envelope, and I think I could store it in these envelopes. This is the NYX dress, which is a pattern that I have been eyeing for quite some time. I think I will have to do a little fitting for this, and it takes a ton of fabric. So I'm gonna have to have a real think about it. And fortunately, there are lots of videos out where other people have made it. And so that will help me choose the correct fabric and any adjustments that I might need to make. I do think I'll probably need to bring in the shoulders and sleeve length and that kind of thing, because I am 5'4". I'm distracted as I'm looking at it. So here it is printed on the A0 paper. I like the weight of it. I'm gonna open it up so that you can see. I love that it ships folded. It's a real game changer for me. I still have some PDF plotting printed patterns that are rolled up in the corner of my sewing room because folding patterns, putting them in envelopes and labeling them is not as fun as sewing. Fun fact there. So it really looks nice quality printed, nicely folded. I did get a little note from the owner, and she was very kind in following up on when the patterns were printed. I ordered it Friday night. They were printed Saturday morning and shipped out the same day. So great quick service. I paid for slow shipping, and it only took a week to get to me here in the Charleston, South Carolina area. Also on the note, she has noted the sizes that I requested be printed because I have it in layers, and how many pages and what weight the paper. So I got the NYX dress. So during the sale, I got the Fougere. I think I'm saying that right. I did not take French in school. I got the Fougere jacket. I'm excited to get that sewn. I think it's so cute. I think that fits my aesthetic. Hopefully I'll get these sewn up pretty quickly. And one of the things I am so excited about, and I hope to get it sewn prior to going to Charlotte Frocktails, I got the Friday Pattern Company garment bag. I don't know why I'm holding up this envelope. It's a blank envelope. The Friday Pattern Company garment bag, I could really use that. And I think I would love to have a beautiful me-made garment bag to put my frocktails dress in. And there'll be more on that in just a minute. So the other patterns I had printed were, let's see, the Gia Tween Set. I'm making this for my niece and I want to get that done sometime in October. And the Eliza Tween, that's a long line cardigan. And when I show the picture of the Gia Tween, the model's also wearing the Eliza cardigan. I think it looks so cute as a lounge set, and it is my niece's aesthetic. And also printed the Juniper dress for her as a tween pattern. I think that she would enjoy it. It'll be a quick one to run up, and I think that'll be one that the two of us can sew together. Very happy with my tape-free patterns, the service, the quality of the printing. It'll be easy to trace off if I'm going to trace off, and it was very reasonably priced. So for some of these, I ordered 2 copies. One I'm going to cut right into because I think for $2.65, if it is a 1-page pattern, my time is worth $2.65 to not trace it. And then when I need the next size, I will cut it out again. I have to admit, I'm getting a little anxious about my Charlotte Frocktails dress. I got started early and I have not made much progress other than discovering all of the adjustments I needed to the Pleiades 1 dress. I've decided to drop back and to try the Pleiades 2 version. So I traced out the bodice and sleeve yesterday, and I'm going to do a mock-up of that. There's no invisible zip, so I think that will give me a quicker toile and quicker work through, because Frocktails is in less than 3 weeks, and I don't have a lot of time in the next couple of weeks. I want to make sure I have a beautiful dress in time. I've decided I'm not going to work myself up to it because I was already working myself up to a disappointment, anxiety, and just stressing too much over making a silly dress when the thing I'm most interested in and most excited about is meeting up with sewing friends. So I've given myself permission that if what I'm working doesn't work out, I'll wear my Easter dress. I love that Maya Sotis dress. And I don't need to have something that I've sewn specifically for Frocktails to have a good time. I would like to have something I've sewn specifically for Frocktails, but if that doesn't happen, I am not going to sweat it because I got a lot that I need to do in the next few weeks. Some of it sewing and some of it life. So other than cleaning up after Hurricane Helene, which to be honest, Charlie did most of that, the two of us have been going room to room looking at what we want to do for updates or changes to the house. We purchased this house about 3 years ago, and we've done a lot to the house. We've done a lot of big things. A couple of big things are still in the works, and it's time to address the small things. We threw things up on the walls, we put things out for display, and some of the things I've later come back to question, why did we keep hanging on to this? And why are we decorating like when we were first married or when we were in college? We were married in college, and we just put up what we had, and it didn't matter the scale. We just used what we had to cover the walls. And so we're going back and really looking at, does this house meet our sense of style? Really making the house our own. And you know how house projects are. You start out with, oh, I'm just going to go through these display shelves and drawers and cupboards, and I'm going to thin out the things that we're not really using and rearrange things, and the next thing you know, it is impacting another room of the house. And right now things are a little bit topsy-turvy because I've pulled things out in order to know what I'm going to edit, what I'm going to donate, what I'm going to get rid of, what maybe somebody else in the family might be able to use, and then put things back in a reasonable manner where it's easy to keep it tidy and clean. I do have a less is more mentality when it comes to decor, and I like to have clean surfaces. And right now, the house is driving me a little nutso because it's upside down. So that's what we're going to be working on over the next few weeks. And it's a lot of work, but in the end, it's going to make home maintenance easier and more restful. I have a fun day planned today. I'm going to be picking up my sister Julie, meeting my sister Mariah at the North Charleston Performing Arts Center. We are seeing one of the Broadway series shows on Tina Turner and her music, and I love it. It would have been fun to dress a little bit rocker, but that's not what I would wear in my everyday, so maybe it's a good thing I didn't have time to make a themed item for the show. I'd love to know what you're working on, and I'll see you soon.